Hello, beautiful. So happy that you were able to join Jasmine Atten, Mystic at the Crossroads. And you saw the title of the video. We're going to talk a little love magic because it's Friday. And on Fridays, we cast love spells. Today we're going to, first and foremost, I'm going to show you guys how I construct a love jar. I'm going to walk you step by step through the ingredients, talk to you about why I'm using them and how to construct this love jar. And we're also going to just touch a little bit on love magic, the misconceptions, why you should or shouldn't be using it, and just kind of debunk some of those things. Love magic is a very controversial topic, and some people are really, really for it, and some people are totally against it. And that is a-okay. Whichever one you are, I welcome your comments and your debates in the comment section. I just ask that you do so respectfully. If you are someone who the love, romance, relationship department of your life is not where you are really focused right now, it's not what you're looking for, or maybe you're happily single or totally committed, or maybe just unhealed a little bit and bitter towards love, then this video might not be for you. You are more than welcome to stay. But for those of you who are interested in getting a better understanding of love magic, how to use it effectively, how to level up your love, watch me construct this beautiful ritual, then please stick around. I have a lot of ingredients here, and this is a very, very, very special ritual that I'm doing for a client. So it's a lot of things here. It's gonna be a bit of a long video, just letting you know right now. So grab a coffee, grab a drink, grab a beer, grab a margarita, whatever you got. We're gonna get started. And forgive me if I seem a little loopy. It is officially 5-something in the morning. I've been setting up this beautiful altar and I am exhausted, honestly. I also have a full day of clients to talk to, so we're gonna get through this ritual, get through this video, so I can get some sleep finally. So, love magic. Let's get an understanding of what love magic is and what it isn't. So, love magic has been used forever. And just like any other type of magic, whether you're trying to manifest a house, a car, a job, protection, get out of jail, whatever, it is a form of directing concentrated energy to create a change to a situation, a scenario, a person. Love magic is not solely for romantic relationships. That is the most popular, that's what we know of it. But love magic can be used for healing, for self-love, for bringing a family closer together, siblings, reconciling. We all know reconciliation is a very big one, but it, again, it doesn't have to be romance. It could be reconciliation of a friendship, family, partnership. It can be used to protect your relationship, which I think is very, very, very vitally important, to protect your relationship. It can be used to calm energy, quarrels, disagreements. If you're not getting along with your spouse, your roommate, your children, your family members, whoever. So love magic is an umbrella term, and there's a lot of different ways to use it. It's not just to make somebody fall in love or manipulate someone into feeling something, right? Love spells get a very bad rap, and that is thanks to movies, Hollywood, organized religion, modern day society, social media, and the people that say they did some love work and backfired or something to that effect. I'm just lighting some incense here. So this is strawberry incense, by the way. And strawberry incense is very good when you're doing love work, especially work of this caliber, because it sweetens, it brings positive energy, it promotes friendship and happiness, and that's what we want. I'm also going to tell you guys what I'm burning in here in just a second. So, I love incense. So love magic does not always have to do with forcing somebody else's will or feelings. And oftentimes that's how we hear of it. That's what we think of. That's how it is usually pushed at us of, you do a love spell and put it on this person, right? And yes, love magic is used for that more than you know. But yeah, I'll get into a little more of those details later. So sweetening work, jar spells. If you guys have been following me for a while, then you know I absolutely love jar spells. I love sweetening work. I love love spells. I'm for them, but I do have a very unpopular opinion, so you're gonna want to stick around for that. What I'm doing now, and as I'm talking to you guys, I'm gonna be preparing this spell, so I'm gonna go in and out between our chit chat and what I'm doing. But I'm cleansing my jar, and we are using, this is siren incense, mermaid incense. As you guys know, I'm a Pisces. I'm like a quadruple Pisces. And I have been working elemental magic for a long time. I've been working with water element naturally, but I have really kind of dived deep into working water magic. So it only makes sense to use siren incense. So yeah, we're cleansing our jar. For those of you who are new, if you're new to practicing, you always want to cleanse your container, your tools, everything before you get started. So if you guys see me looking over here, I have a camera over here too. So I'm gonna try to blend these videos together. So I'm gonna go back and forth. Okay, so now that our jar is cleansed, all of our roots and herbs and everything have already been prayed over. I did that before the video to try to save a little bit of time. So with love magic, especially this is a sweetening work, and a lot of people know this as what's called a honey jar. I'm actually using a combination of both honey and sugar, but a sweetening jar can be made with any type of sweetener: molasses, caramel syrup, honey, agave. Traditionally in folk magic, when you're doing a sweetening jar, you would typically use a sweetener that matches the skin tone of the person that you are trying to sweeten. Nowadays, that's not, I mean, I'm sure there's people that still follow that, but nowadays that's not necessarily necessary to me. In my practice, I find that they have been effective either way. And understandably, there are some individuals who are uncomfortable using honey. Vegans would prefer not to use anything that derives from the bee kingdom. So you can use a natural sweetener. As long as it's a sweetener, it'll work. With these particular jars, I don't like to use just straight up like sugar. Some people use sugar only, but the concept of the jar is you want the energy to flow. You want the energy. So the liquid, the fluid that flows, it's what aids the flow of the love work to help it really manifest. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see if I can turn this. Can I turn this flash on? Sorry, you guys. I'm trying to put the flash on the other camera so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. So these are my herbs. I'll show it here too, just in case, because I don't know what's going on over here. I'm new to this whole thing, recording thing like this. So what I am using, let me first tell you why I'm doing this, then you'll understand what I'm using. So I'm constructing this jar for a client. This is to help, I don't even want to say level up her relationship, because her relationship is okay, but all relationships hit a crossroads. Things happen, life happens, right? And things can get a little stale. You can find yourself spending more time not getting along than getting along. So we're doing some work to keep it sweet, keep it strong, keep the romance there, spice it up a little bit. We're doing some protection as well. A little domination, because that's always good. And that's kind of the gist of it. So I have a, where did I put it? I have a love blend, and it's very similar. It has most of the same ingredients as the one that I make. This is my herbal love blend. I don't have a label on it, but this is the one that's on my Etsy shop, and I do sell this if you guys want a love blend. I have added some additional things to this. There are some domination herbs in here. I used, I'm trying to think, I want to say it might be 11 ingredients. I didn't count them, but I think it's 11, and I have a whole lot more stuff. There's a lot going in this jar. So we're using a little bit of some domination herbs, and domination doesn't necessarily mean forcing your person or a person to do certain things, but it does help when you're dealing with maybe someone that's a little stubborn, when there's egos that are clashing. It can help with communication, to be heard and compromise a lot of those things. And yes, it can dominate their feelings and thoughts a little bit, but hey, that's not a bad thing, right? Again, relationships, before I say that, let me just say this. Some people feel like you shouldn't have to put love spells on your partner. I disagree. You should spell your partner, especially if it's a man, because they're men. Need I say more? This has nothing to do with trust. This has everything to do with energy. Energy can come in. It can be outside energy. It can be people meddling, hating on your relationship. It can be the floozy across the street. It can be your own negative thinking, your own unhealed wounds. It can be a lot of things that energetically can come in and sabotage your relationship. And yes, people do throw magic. They do break up spells. They do that. Exes, you know what I'm saying? So if a relationship's foundation isn't as strong as it could be, or it's gotten weakened over time because of arguments, fights, life, right? If that foundation is weaker and then something comes in and pushes it over the edge, whether it's energetically or in 3D real life, the relationship is a lot more susceptible to potentially falling apart. Infidelity, someone withdrawing. I'm not saying that a person's not in control of their own free will, because ultimately we all make choices and decisions, right? If someone chooses to go outside of their relationship, that's a choice that they made. But it can be influenced by other factors. So, and again, human nature, I'm not condoning anything. I'm not judging either. People do what they want to do. I just feel that if you want to put some insurance behind your relationship, you should, because it's a lot easier to prevent a breakup than it is to reconcile one. And you are within your right to protect your investment, your family, your home, your relationship. Again, for those of you that feel like you shouldn't have to put a love spell on somebody, well, that's, hey, to each his own. Those are the people that be in my inbox the most. So all it can do is help. It can help enhance. It can help grow things. It can help protect things. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying. Okay. So the domination herbs and the herbal love blend, that's what's going in here. That was my point. Some of the things that I like to use, we all know the common stuff, right? Like rose petals, highest vibrational flower, symbolizes love. Damiana is the woman's herb, and it's fantastic for keeping your partner eyes on you, heart with you, keeping them attracted, because that's important. You know, again, when relationships go through things, it can kill the attraction. Stuff can happen. Things can be said, you know what I mean. So we're putting these beautiful herbs in here. I'm also adding some Jezebel root. Jezebel is fantastic for having a little bit of control, for enchantment, attraction, being alluring, being sexy. You want your partner to feel those things. And in this particular ritual, we're kind of bringing the sexy back. Jezebel is also very good for keeping someone wanting to spoil you, love on you, take care of you. So, and since the primary role of a male partner is to protect and provide, we're gonna make sure he continues to do that. All right, so let me see how much. See, that's good. And I blessed and prayed over these before the video, again, to save time. So you would speak your words of intention. You would say whatever it is that you want your herbs to do and what the intention of your spell is. We have 2 rose quartz, and this one is a double terminated rose quartz. This one is shaped like an oval. I didn't do that on purpose, but I find it interesting that I did have both of these. I make my oils with them, so. And when we talk about magic, we talk about symbolism, right? And everything is symbolic, and this is a romantic relationship. So symbolically, what do these look like to you? What do they represent? Very closely to like Adam and Eve root, which is actually something else we have. So the male and the female going into the jar. If you add crystals to your jar, I always suggest that you hold your crystals and set an intention for them. But again, since that was already done, I'm gonna add those in there. Look how pretty that is. Oh, this is gonna be pretty. I'm excited, I know it's gonna work. Okay, next thing. Something that I really like to use. Adam and Eve root. And Adam and Eve root is just pretty much what you think it is, but they are shaped depending on if you get a good one or not. Is this one broken? Let me see. Let's see. We're opening this together. Oh, Eve came in pieces. Literally. So Adam and Eve root are shaped like the male and female genitalia. So typically you put them in their hole. Eve is broken, but it's okay. It's the energy behind the roots. And the funny thing is, maybe intuitively, because I grabbed these 2 rose quartz. I was going to put rose quartz in there anyway. I have tons of rose quartz. I grabbed these 2 specifically, and I looked at them and I was like, oh, perfect. They remind me of Adam and Eve, maybe because my intuition already knew Eve was all cracked up in here, but that's okay. We're still gonna go ahead and add it. Okay. All right, so now we are going to get into, what do I want to add next? We're gonna add our oils. And so you don't need all this stuff that I have. I do extra. And for my clients, you know, I really want to make sure that they see the best results possible. So I always tend to add extra stuff in, which is what you're gonna see, but I'm gonna go over the primary stuff and why I'm using it. So first and foremost, we're going to do the Wildly Addicted. Where's this camera at? I gotta get better at this, you guys. I should be looking here and doing this, right? Wildly Addicted. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm showing this to you guys twice. I'm really trying to figure out this whole 2-camera thingy. But this is, gosh, this stuff is amazing and it smells really good. Wildly Addicted is a Desire Me Only oil that I make, and it's very soft. so you can wear it under your perfume. It's very, very, very soft. And I did that on purpose because the idea of it is so that you can wear it and you can use it in your spells. Wildly Addicted is to keep your partner's eyes, hearts, feelings, thoughts on you, and to keep them wildly addicted. It's basically an obsession oil. So we put a few drops in there. I hope you guys can see this okay. The next one we're going to do, I was gonna do the Enchanted Love Elixir, but I don't really need to. This is my Attraction Enchanted Love Elixir. The label got oil on it when I was using it. So I usually use these in pairs because one is to attract, one is to keep and grow and promote. If this was a reconciliation, then I would use this, but it's not. So we don't really need to attract. They're there. They're just trying to get better. I am going to use, yeah, I'm gonna adjust that. I'm gonna put that on candles, okay. So this is On Your Mind 24/7. This is my communication oil. So I designed this for, it says text me, call me, right? This is for communication, to open up the lines of communication, but it doesn't have to mean for someone who's not texting or calling or seeing you. But this is just going to help the communication and help these two stay focused on each other. I was going to say something else about this. Oh, if you're dating and you are maybe dealing with somebody who's a little inconsistent, or you want to progress the relationship more, or you are, whether you're dating a relationship or what have you, the communication, you want to spend more time with them, you want them to call, text, ask to see you more, make more dates, make more plans. This one definitely with the Hypnotize together. Quite honestly, I would probably do all three. I would do the Hypnotize, the On Your Mind 24/7 with either the Enchanted Love Elixir or the Wildly Addicted, depending on where you guys are in the relationship. And these, they all smell very good. They can all be worn. They're feminine, but for those of you gentlemen out there, you can still work with these without putting them on. You can just use them in your candle work and things like that. But for you ladies, they all do smell really good. The Wildly Addicted has a very subtle raspberry undertone. My Spoil Me is tuberose. They're pretty sweet, but they're subtle, so they're not like overpowering. They won't give you a headache. All right, next I'm going to put in here is the, see that? Spoil Me. This is really pretty, if I say so myself. And it has Jezebel root in it. It has a lot of good juicy, oh my goodness. I wear this just to wear it, just because I happen to like tuberose, so I put it in there. But, oh my God, it smells so good. Okay. Don't mind me, you guys. I'm so sleepy. And it's like almost 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay, next thing. Okay, so we have some more oils, but we're gonna dress our candles with those. We're gonna move on. I'm gonna try not to talk you guys forever and keep you forever. I'm going to add 2 more things. You don't have to add these. These are optional, but I'm gonna add them anyway. We are adding some vanilla and some jasmine essential oil. They are both aphrodisiacs, and we want to make sure that the sexual attraction and the bedroom magic stays on point, because that's important to her. Vanilla. I love vanilla too. So a few drops of those, and these are just regular essential oils. But again, you don't have to have these. If you didn't have them, it'd be fine. I'm just extra. Okay. Oh, that's okay. The pictures are on the printer, but you guys don't need to see the pictures anyway. Confidentiality, so. Okay, next ingredient. We are going to do, before I put my sweetener in, why do I feel like I'm forgetting something? Okay. Oh gosh. My bones. We're going to add, what is this? Oh, no, I already put that in there. Do I want to add the honey? No, I'm gonna do the sweetener last. The sweetener is really cool and it's not typical honey, so I'll show you guys that. Yeah. So we're gonna add some glitter. I love adding glitter. It makes things pretty. Spirits like glitter, makes it attractive. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see it once it's all done, but it's habit and it just makes it pretty. Also, this is going to the client after I work the jar. Some very rare, but sometimes when I do jar work, some clients will request for me to send it to them when I'm done. So I will. That's not always the case, but she's going to work this more down the road. She's going to hold on to it and work it. So I am going to send that to her. We got that, and we need, okay, I'm going to add a little bit of red glitter too, because red is for passion and attraction. Keep it sexy. The glitter's pretty and it's fun. This is a lot of stuff. I tell you, this is why spiritual practitioners, this is why we charge what we charge. Because, you know, it's always interesting to me when somebody who I don't know, never met, will never meet in like real life or be friends with, come to me, where are my scissors? They'll ask for a discount. And look, I get it. It's tough out there, but this is a lot of work and a lot of energy, and I love it. I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way, but when you have somebody sitting at their altar at 4, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, when they would like to be snuggled up in their own bed with their own honey bunny, doing some spiritual work to help you and or possibly change your life, create a situation that could be very meaningful to you forever. You know, pay them what they're worth. That's all I'm gonna say about that. It just kind of gets me. I'm like, you don't go into Victoria's Secret or Foot Locker asking for a discount. Why would you ask me? Okay, that was my 2-second rant as being a professional practitioner and just not understanding logic, but hey, this is where we are. Okay, am I done with all of the, got the herbs, I talk to myself too when I'm dressing candles. Herbs, the pictures over there. Yeah, okay, so now we're adding, don't laugh at me, y'all. Yep, Fireball. You read that right. Why are you adding alcohol in Fireball? Well, first of all, it's cinnamon. We know cinnamon is hot. It's spicy, and we want to add some spice to this. One of the concerns with her is just feeling like things are getting a little dull, and especially the bedroom, and many other things that she shared. Typically, I would do like ginger or maybe even a pinch of cayenne pepper. I'm not a huge fan of cayenne pepper in love spells. A lot of people are. I'm not, because I can't connect cayenne with love. I connect it with banishing. So to avoid that, we just do cinnamon. Hot helps your target be love drunk too. Keep them like this. Oh yeah, right? You want to keep them on you. Okay. Now we're going to do, I keep feeling like I'm forgetting something, but I'm looking at this altar and I'm like, girl, you have plenty. Okay, I think that's it. So we're going to add, oh yes, hello. Red Hot Love Rice. So rice is used in many different ways in spiritual work. Rice is very abundant, so it represents abundance, it represents growth, it represents having a lot of something. If you think about married couples, I don't know if people do that now, they throw rice, or they used to. at a couple after they set their nuptials to send them off, bless them, protect them, all those good things. So this is Red Hot Love Rice. I make this too. It is in my Etsy shop, and it is blended with a combination of cinnamon, more spicy, but good spicy, attraction spicy. It's blended with cinnamon, some love herbs, some magnets, and it has my oils in here. It actually has my original love oil in here. That was the OG recipe from years ago. If you bought my love oil back in the day, that recipe, whew, I love it. That's in here. So Red Hot Love Rice, for all the reasons I just said, we want to put that in this jar. Whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? See, it's getting prettier. I love doing these. I love work. And I love doing jar spells because they work. Okay, now I think we can start to put in our wet ingredients. You know, casting a spell is like cooking. It's like baking. It's like, it really is a science. It's like blending the right formula together in order to get a desired result. So now, I'm gonna pour in my sweetener. And again, you can use a sweetener of your choice. I told you guys, I ran down the list of different sweeteners, so that's up to you to go ahead and pick one. Golly, I kind of, look at that. I'm gonna think about this. I have 2 different sweeteners, that's why. And I was planning to use both of them, but I don't think I am. We'll see. I wasn't thinking either. I do have to send this to her. That's why I was going to use the other one. I don't know how I'm going to mail this without it spilling. I don't know. I'll figure that out. I might have to. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll talk to her. Anyway, okay, that's me working this out with you guys. This is real time. Sorry, I know this is a long ass video, but I'm doing this. I'm actually doing this. This is what I would be doing if I was by myself. I wouldn't be talking to you. I'd probably be moving a little faster. But anyway, okay. So now, look at that. That's really pretty. I have to say, it is very pretty. I do think I'm gonna add my other sweetener. You know, that's what I was gonna do. I gotta check it with my pendulum. Oh gosh. Whew. Hold on, don't want y'all seeing all the goods. So, that's what I was feeling like I was missing. When I'm preparing my spells, I will go in and check them as I'm going along with my pendulum. So, isn't that pretty? I made it. You guys are probably getting a sense of this. I'll tell you, I am tired of going to spiritual shops and either not finding what I want, not really knowing what their stuff is made out of, not being satisfied, not liking it, may not be very pretty. If you guys notice a theme with me here, I love my Magick to be very beautiful. And so I've just decided that I'm gonna make everything, like literally my whole altar. I'm trying to figure out how to like make a altar table out of resin. I'm going to do that. So my point is to not go too far off topic. I didn't like the pendulums. I don't like any of the pendulums. I've looked high and low, had pendulums, whatever the hell they're called, for years. And I couldn't find any that were tailored to what I use them for. This is my love one. I have a pendulum for different types of spells, so I made my own. Anyway, well, since we're talking about it, I just want to brag just a little bit. Look at her. Isn't she pretty? Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna check our jar and see if it's ready to go yet. And okay, my yeses are always clockwise. Look at that. Oh, okay. Thank you, pendulum. I love you. Where am I gonna put you? I should put you. You know what? Put you in here with the love verbs. Okay. I'm still checking. That's really pretty. Okay, I've got to get the pictures in the petition to put in here. So I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna put you guys on hold for a second and I'm gonna be right back. Okay, I'm back. So now I am placing the photos inside of here. In fact, it was good that I had to get up because I needed to pray over this in private. Get that down in there. Okay, now for the final step, which is adding our sweetener. It's a little ASMR for you. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? So now that all of the ingredients are in here, what do you guys think? Very pretty, huh? So the next thing is I'm gonna seal the jar, prepare my candle. I have a couple of other things that I'm doing in addition to this. I will insert a clip of that at the end. But as far as constructing the jar itself, it is done. And another thing I forgot to mention, you can add personal concerns to this. So photos are okay, but if you have something of the person and yourself, so that can be clothing, that can be bodily fluids, that can be sexual fluids, that can be hair, nail clippings, anything with their energy on it. It could be a piece of straw that their saliva got on because they sipped from it. It could be anything. The jar, now with jar spells, once you seal them, you don't open them. As you can see, this isn't technically sealed, and sealed meaning once the candle is burned on it. This is going to be prayed over, worked on several days, including the additional candles. Like I said, I'll show you guys that part at the end. But this is the primary, this is the construction of the jar, which I know, I love these. I know it's gonna work. I feel very good about it. I think it's very pretty. And as you can see, love magic isn't just to control someone or make them feel something or make them fall in love. Yes, there is love spells that can be done, but in my experience, if the energy is not already there, meaning if a person doesn't love you or doesn't really want to be with you, and there could be a number of reasons why. It's not like the movies. Love spells don't make somebody a walking, talking, love drunk fool. If the energy, the feelings aren't all, they could be buried, but if they're just not there at all, like if somebody's just like, I like you, you're cool, we can hang out, but I don't love you and I'm not really intending to, and they're really, really, I'm not saying love spells can't change that, it can, but boy, it takes a lot of work, time, effort, and money and energy. But usually, if that's where a person is, love spell's not going to do that anyway. So for a lot of people who talk about love spells are manipulative and they force people against their free will, love spells really enhance what's already there. It may be buried, it could be underlined. And yes, there are spells that can make people do things that they wouldn't normally do. Like, well, we'll save that for another video. But it's not as simple as you think. It's not cast one spell and all of a sudden, boom, this person's just going to start doing this. That's the same for breakup too. You know, you don't just I could debate this, but I talked about this in my last video. If a foundation is already rocky and somebody does a breakup spell, then it's definitely going to take effect a lot easier, a lot quicker, versus a foundation that is really, 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 truly strong, committed, and all of those things. So, you know, you hear people say, well, a breakup spell was done and our relationship just fell apart. Your relationship was probably already going through some things before the breakup spell was done, and it just pushed it over the edge. But anyway, that's not this video or this energy. I talked about that in my last video. So what do you think? Questions, comments, feedback. Have you done this? Would you do this? Do you like it? I love it. I can't wait to hear all the good juicy results. Let me know if you have any questions, leave them down below. I do offer this as a service. If this is something that you're interested in, all of my contact information will be down in the description box. You can book an email consultation, phone consultation. You can go directly to my website and order a ritual. These jars I also construct, and I make them and I ship them to you. So you have the option of having it done for you, having it worked for you, or you can have one prepared specific to your intention, and I mail it to you with instructions. In fact, hold on, let me show you guys the jar just so you can get an idea, because this is a lot of work and some people may not want to go through all of that, but you want to do the work. So everything you just saw will just be packaged up and mailed to you. Hold on one second. Okay, clearly I was not prepared to share this part, but this one I had to, this was in a client's box, so this is the miniature sized version of this. The difference is this is constructed specifically to her intention. So each jar I create based on the information that you provide, and they're small, they're convenient, you can work them over and over again. It includes a candle and some instructions. It's very simple. Literally all you have to do with this is say your intention, speak a prayer, think about your outcome, and light your candle. So these are available on my Etsy shop. The link will be down in the description box below also, if you're interested in that. But yeah, so again, questions, comments, feedback. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will, if you hold out for another few seconds, I will insert a clip once I am done, once the jar is lit, and the other candles that I'm dressing also. All right, you guys, please like, share, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys next time. If you have any questions, I am here always. And yeah, see you guys in the next video.